chatting.
Blah, 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 blah.
But you know what's
Either
cool though?
your
Like,
ass is
I,
tuned
like
in, or
this
your
whole
ass is
time, I haven't
tuned out.
listened to any of the
Either way,
Ktown podcasts.
if you're not
I
tuned
tried
in, then you
to,
a
but it had like a
bitch.
minute and a half on
Welcome
Facebook,
to
and
the
then it made me
Ktown
go
Cowboys
SoundCloud. I'm
podcast.
driving, and I don't have the app, so I didn't want to download it.
Yeah, you're telling. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so I finally just found the SoundCloud and I just started playing in the car because I ran a podcast list too. And it made me miss you guys. It's like, oh, that's why I like at 2 a.m.
That's why you fucking drunk texted us.
No.
But
But then before that, though, I was talking about. I ran to other old friends, and then we're talking about Sun and everything, and it just led to all this other stuff. And I was listening.
Yeah, I was Wednesday. I was at Northern like, saying what? Damn, all right, I love you guys too, man. Shit,
I woke
love
up
you
at
guys
7
too.
a.m. I was like, wow, like tearing up. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, that was. You know what? It's really hard for guys to like be even if
emotional.
It's not even the words "I love you," but it's more like even "I got your back" feels a little like, can you just get away from me, faggot? right? Like you just I feel like that. It's just I have that like urge to be like just get out of
Hey,
here.
you guys.
No, but like one of our close friends, like I feel like things aren't good for him, and I
Yeah.
want him to know, yo, man, like I'll do whatever it takes if you need my help for something. But
Yeah.
maybe you can't ask for it. You know what I mean? Like I want you to know,
pride.
ask for it. Yeah, if you need that help.
Korean pride.
Because I'm not really the kind of guy that'll say, let me give you your help. But if someone says I need you, I'm like, dude, let me drop everything and help you out right now. You know what I mean? So
You think
Well,
that's you
cheers,
Think,
guys.
you think that's all of us?
I love you guys.
I think all guys are like that.
no, some guys aren't.
Are
Or I mean, it depends on the type of friendship you guys have, right? But there's a core group of friends where I do feel like that about.
Damn,
No.
this is a very sentimental way to start.
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the Ktown Cowboys podcast, friend edition,
the K.
friend edition.
deep friend edition.
What is
Deep
a friend?
No, but you know what? Like I feel like it's guys don't want to show weakness. I don't know if it's a Korean thing, but for me, like I don't even if I'm like struggling, I'm not gonna ever hit up anybody to be like, yo, like I'm struggling. You know what I mean? Like
You would never?
I don't. I never have.
Really?
Yeah, like I just internalize it and I'd be like, it'll get better.
So how do you let it out? Like, you know, you just keep the emotions bottled in?
Come on,
Yeah.
man. He watches Return of Superman.
like to me the Korean variety show thing, what it did for me was it really kind of numbed and made me it was like drugs, you know what I mean? Like it made me forget about the horse shit of whatever I'm going
reality.
through. Yeah.
Korean dramas do get to release your inner emotions, though. You're right. There's
Yeah.
a part of it when you watch whether it's varieties or movies or dramas that'll bring out an emotion that you don't normally get to experience.
And all you're doing is thinking about that. Like for example, the Ends for Me 1997, 1988.
Yoongs Up had a series of
That
for
all
that's a
three
good
of those
film.
series I kept on. I watched. I like literally just the way fools are about Game of Thrones. I was like that about.
Wait, there's all three of the different series?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3
there's
seasons.
A Reply too, right?
Yeah,
They're all like the
Yeah.
They're
reply
all good,
series,
though?
basically.
'Cause I saw the first one after you brought it
The
up.
Reply
And I loved
series.
it. And I was like,
Dude,
what the fuck? And
they're
I just
great.
saw on Netflix, Reply 1997.
They're
Oh,
all on
shit.
there now.
And I was
Oh,
like,
it's up on Netflix?
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, man. I was about to start it. Like, I'm not going to lie, this week.
I gotta
saw it
see
and I was
the
like,
88 one. I only saw the first episode. I haven't seen
88's
the other
my
one.
favorite.
A lot of people told me
88,
it's the
yeah.
best one.
Oh, really? The Korea Olympics one?
That's a backdrop. But the reason why it was because for me, I didn't really care about the kids. But those are the ones that became superstars after the show. But I was more interested in the parents, and I was like, yo, the parents in 88 fucking killed it.
It's a different
I
cast.
thought they used the same characters for
Well,
each
the mom and
season.
dad.
Actors.
Oh, the
Same
Toronto
actors,
dad?
different
Yeah.
characters.
Still the same
One
dad?
couple is the
Oh, for
same.
real?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
just
The mom and dad are the
transform into
same
a whole
for one of the
other
families.
parent?
Wait,
Cool.
is this the dad that he has the hospital scene where he's
Yeah,
like about to
yeah,
die? Was
yeah.
like, please just let me, you know, and
I
he's
don't
like
even
praying,
believe
and I
in
was
you,
like,
bro.
oh.
Yeah.
No, but
That
88,
was
I only saw
sad, dude.
I only saw the first episode 88, but immediately the thing that got me about that was this is pre-glammed out Korea. You know what I mean?
I want to see that.
So that's what's dope about it. The very first episode, it opens up with the neighborhood, and you see it's dinner time. All the neighborhood kids or friends, their families say, hey, go ask the mom next door if they have any, like send them this. And it's like a panchan. And then they all trade panchans. And then when you come home, you have all this
shit.
panchan because the whole community shares their panchan.
damn.
That's
Tight,
pretty
right? I was
fucking
like,
dope,
damn. I was
dude.
like,
Netflix?
yeah. So I was
I don't know if it's on Netflix. I don't know if 88. I know 97 is on Netflix.
I was
for
asking
sure.
my dad about that. I was like, yeah, in Korea, used to be like that back in the day.
It's like the panchan barter move was great, dude. He'd be like, "Yo, I got some fucking tangerines. Go get me some japchae."
So
right?
what's the
Bam.
easiest panchan to make?
You know what's surprisingly very easy?
Kim, yeah, there's one family that's just fucking cutting kim and getting like galbichim, getting like all the kongnamur and
Sooner
shit.
or later, they're not gonna have enough. They're just gonna eat kim for fucking
Favorite
dinner.
though, man.
Kim is the best, like really good kim.
It's my favorite
like
snack.
the right
What if
amount
I
of
have,
salt
like,
and
stacks
oil.
of just kim packets, and I'll rip them up at night, like just chew on them.
That's your anju, right?
Oh,
Your
so
snacks.
good. They do a lot of kim at sets too now. I've been
Yeah.
to a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
have it on.
Yeah.
It's called laver.
Oh.
A laver. Well, can I have some more laver, please? What the fuck is laver? I went to Trader Joe's. It's like laver.
Really?
It's like, motherfucker,
Wait,
that's
did you get
seaweed.
political? Like, it's kim.
It's seaweed. I was like, I need to talk to a manager.
Call it labor.
Laver.
You know what,
Laver.
though, for Americans,
Laver.
That's a good PR move. They
You can't
shouldn't
call it seaweed. Like, what the fuck were you, seaweed?
I feel bad
Shit.
because I haven't seen the old man selling kim on the streets.
Supposedly he's in Skid Row.
Oh, really?
So my accountant actually told me, he's like, hey Shane, like I want to do a documentary. I was like, what about what? He's like, the Kim guy. I was like, why? He's like, I saw him like in Skid Row.
Oh,
I was
no.
like, what the fuck?
Oh, wow.
But
Dude, so this next story I'm
yeah.
gonna tell is gonna be horrible then.
Let's hear it.
So, like this guy the Kim guy comes up to me. I'm at a restaurant with a friend, and then he goes, 되게 싱싱해요. 공장에서 갖고 왔어요. Right? Meaning it's very fresh. I got it from the factory. And I said, 싱싱하면 바닷가에서 갖고 와야 되는 거 아니에요? Right?
Wow.
Right?
What a fucking asshole, dude.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah.
That's what drove him crazy. You know,
my
lost
fault.
his mental health.
Sorry, I just see.
But supposedly he's out there now.
Yo, but I bought some Kim from him.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay, then you were justified in talking shit to
No,
him.
I was afterwards. I felt bad. Like the next time I saw him, I was like, yo, I just shouldn't be
I think
doing
this
it.
is before my time I came out here because you guys used to mention them all the time.
Like,
I
you
never-
know the
just
flower
streaming on,
Ajima?
man.
Yeah.
Like they were pretty much like partners. You'd see them like at least like once a
I
week
feel really
out
bad
in
for the
K-Town.
Flower Ajima.
She's
Comes
there.
into Blue all the time, like hwajang, like she has hwajang on, and everyone just treats her like a disease.
Well, you know what it is? I'm
I
sure.
feel so bad for her.
I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming that she has an actual like flower shop, right?
You think so? You
And
think
then it's kind of like sushi. At the end, like toward the end of the night, you're gonna try to get rid of that sushi, so you forget it for cheap.
She does not have a shop.
So then, where do you think she gets all the flowers from?
I think she might be picking it up from those flower shops that
MacArthur
throw
Park.
it out. Maybe that throw it out. The flower shops
those
that
are some
throw it
nice
out.
she got
legit flowers.
something,
Those
but
are some nice flowers, though.
maybe she has
How much
a
did you
deal
buy
with
the
like
flowers
downtown
for?
LA.
Wait,
How much did you buy the flowers for?
I didn't buy flowers from.
You know,
her.
they,
you buy from
they
the Kim
work
guy.
every now and
Sorry.
then. It used to work back in the 90s.
but it
in
was
the
like
green
$10.
clubs.
Is $10
Yeah,
a
it's like
flower?
$10
Yeah.
for the.
Have you ever bought a flower?
Come on, man.
After feeling so bad for this Ajima
I
that
feel
you know.
bad, but I feel bad for myself too, man. Shit, fuck.
Pedro don't even ballet.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Pedro's notorious of like parking like 10
Verman
minutes
also.
away.
Verman is a valet.
I
But he treats it as a workout. He parks fucking a mile away
Me
and
too.
runs.
I
to
say,
the
yo,
song.
man.
What?
Yeah, it's like
You
a
don't
weird
know?
thing.
I park at Blue. I park at Lowe's place right now,
Parks like, wow.
and that's not that far from me.
Locella.
Oh, you parked there?
Yeah, I parked at Bro. No question about it. I said, oh, parking.
But it's a good walk. It's not bad. It's like 2 blocks.
It's uphill too.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, it's good
Get some
cardio.
cardio.
You're not doing it for the workout.
I am not doing it for the
Saving
workout,
money.
but it helps me say, you know what? Not bad. You know what I mean?
That's why when Peter hits you up at 2:30, be like, "Yo, you up?" And I'll be like, "Yeah."
I park by your house.
Right, right.
You work at Blue.
And then at fucking 4 a.m., he hits me up again. "Yo, you still up?" Right? And I was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I'm waiting for you, dude."
It's like, sorry, I parked in Miracle Mile.
Sorry, I'm walking over. Fuck.
Nah, I don't believe in valets because for me, I'm a dumbass and I always drink and then I, make mistakes. And when I do the valet, I have a Toyota Camry. I always keep my light on auto. So whenever the light is on or off, whatever,
And valet might turn it off.
they always turn it off. And I drive, and for the longest time, I'm driving with my lights off because I'm just not used to it and I'm drunk. And if I get pulled over, I'm fucked.
So instead
I
of
feel like a year, sorry, I feel like in a few episodes from now, my dumb ass is gonna be talking about how.
That's real shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I know.
We have an expert here with us today.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, so instead of not driving drunk,
that exact same thing though.
right?
That's how I got it.
You're gonna not
stupid.
valet because you're gonna drive drunk anyway, and you're just trying to avoid police
Yes,
detection.
You're
that
trying
way.
to avoid
I
them
have a bigger
touching the
problem that I
lights.
need to fix, but obviously. But I'm just.
What are we
saying.
teaching the kids?
I know.
Pete.
I know. Don't drink and drive, man. And you know what's crazy?
You don't have to
I
anymore.
preach to everybody.
You
that
don't
leaves
have to.
Blue. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive. I'm giving
drink and drive.
everybody water. Meanwhile, I'm fucking swerve like I'm driving like a fucking dumb.
DPD, your DUI story, the first one.
Do you want to talk about
hilarious?
My first one is scary now.
that? Yeah.
It was pretty surreal.
Yeah. No, like the first time. Didn't we talk about this on the show before? No.
Let's talk about it again.
No, yeah. I went to my friend's place. She lived in like Studio City, and then I parked there, and she drove her car, and we went to like Santa Monica to drink. But I knew shit was bad because I haven't seen her in a minute. And I got in the car and we're driving, and she opens her glove compartment and she pulls out beers. I'm like, oh, no. I knew it was bad already. I was like,
Me too, but yeah.
In the glove
I was like,
compartment?
all right. So we get to the bar, whatever,
That's bad,
we're drinking.
man.
I'm not blackout drunk. But I thought, I'm good. I have my car at her place. I'm good. And then next thing I know it, I blacked out. Next thing I know it, I'm in my car holding my steering wheel, looking out my window, talking to a cop.
Oh,
That's how I came to, you know how you
my
like
God.
finally wake up, and I woke up like that's like, oh shit.
Can I help you, officer?
So I was like, wake up, but I couldn't. I was fucked up.
Yeah.
And
You just accepted it, huh?
I said, let me go to I'll go to the station for the blood test. I failed my sobriety test, obviously.
You took it though. You took.
Yeah, so I got my blood test. Hopefully it calmed down a little bit. It didn't help. I was fucked up. And I was kind of like joking in the, you know what I mean? Like the blood test lady fucking around. Like I was like that. I had a good buzz, but I was fucked.
But you were that drunk where it didn't seem that serious.
No, I was just.
You just don't care
I
at
was
that
blacked
point.
out, and
when
then
you're drunk, you don't give a fuck.
But for some
You're
reason,
like,
when I
"Oh,
came
look."
to though, I kind of had a good buzz. Even though I
Yeah, like the right amount.
yeah, like it was a good.
Thank God I got a bus to get me through this.
I get into the drunk tank and there's like 20 passed out ajishis. They're pretty wild. And then I had to take a shit really bad. And then there's just a toilet in the middle of like 20 bunk beds. Everyone's sleeping. I just sat on it, and there's no stalls, nothing. Just took a huge
You gotta go,
diarrhea.
you gotta go.
Like the shits. You know what I mean? She wakes like Mexican. She wakes up and says, "Hey, amigo." I'm like, what? It's like, too much cerveza. I was like, yeah, what's up? And then I passed out. But I knew I was fucked, and I had class the next day. I was going to Art Center, and Art Center is really strict. If you had 3 absences, automatic fail. That was my 3rd absence because I was in the jail. And then I thought, okay, whatever, I'll get a lawyer. I'll just get through it. I go to court, and then I was going to just get a
How did you
regular-
find your lawyer?
No, so I was going to get a public defender. So for the first hearing, I had one on board. The court issued me one, and then he showed me the police report. It's like, it's not good. And I'm like, why? And he shows me a police report, and what I found out at court was that when the cops found me, when they first found out about me, I was driving south on the 101 North. Yeah,
On the wrong side of the freeway.
No, yeah, I was going the wrong direction on the
my
101
God,
You was
North.
doing some XXX stunt shit like when you going.
Yeah, but it was like really late, so luckily there weren't cars out, and then I exited, and the cops were following me. And then I scraped against all these cars that were parked on the street. And then I finally pulled over. And so I was like, what? That's impossible. My car's fine. Because I drove the court thing. And then after I get out of the court, I look at my car and I realize on the sides of my car,
Oh my
I had like
God.
3 different color streaks. There was like a green one, like a black one, and a silver Integra. It's like, oh my God, I need to get a lawyer. So I had to do the case, and then I had to do another case with the cars. Like, I ended up getting the maximum on everything. But
So what is the maximum on everything? Like,
well, it could have been worse, but I ended up spending like, over the process of more than 10K. I had to do like 500 hours of community service. It was like a year of weekends, waking up at 5 a.m, picking up trash out of the gutter.
for
Don't
years
drink and
straight,
drive.
Pretty much.
Anybody
Pretty much,
listening?
Just because of my schedule, it took about a year to get it done, and then I had to retake my class and pay for that. It's just all of the shit.
And no license at the time, right?
No license.
So how were you getting around? There was no Uber and stuff. Were you busing
you can get a special kind of license if you're going to school.
Uh-huh.
So I got that. And then but then for me to get that though, it was like I was still going to class. Remember, I can't miss class otherwise I fail. And the DMV isn't open on whatever. So I was trying to get my schedule to work out, but I couldn't miss my class, so I still drive in class. And of course, the second day I was driving to school without my provisional license, there's a speed trap on the way to Art Center, and the cop pulled me over. It's like, where's your license? I'm like, no! Impounded my car, took it away.
Damn. 2 days right after?
Yeah, it was a shitty-ass year. That
Damn, I'm
year
getting
sucked.
stressed out thinking about it. I don't even know if I could handle that shit.
Yeah, don't get one, man. It
yeah.
sucks.
Thank you for
It
sharing your
sucks.
story. You're really...
Dude, you got Uber now, you don't have an excuse. Like, there was no Uber back
excuse.
You're
then.
right, you're
Now
right.
it's like, I always Uber. I Ubered for a fucking year, like, every week.
No, I know.
I know, and I was like, damn, fucking. But how much?
I wish Uber had, like, miles.
Was it cheaper?
Like the way flights have miles.
like, do you think it was cheaper to Uber than to drive a car? Like, when
It's cheaper
well,
than getting a DUI. But
when it's all said and done, like in
for a
terms of
car,
payments
kind
and
of.
everything.
It's ultimately, it depends. Like, I was spending about $600 a month on Uber. But if with my insurance and everything and a car, it's a little bit more, like $600-700 for the situation. But with the Uber, what's great is you don't have to worry about parking. But if you need to do errands, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because if you have to just go a mile or two,
And not only
go
that,
shopping for groceries.
There's prime time with Uber too. I remember my car battery died, and I had to go to an audition in Sherman Oaks around 2:00 on a Friday.
Oh, yeah,
this shit
yeah,
cost
that'll
me $55 just to go up there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I work near LAX, so every day just to go to work and come back, I was spending like $35.
Round trip.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
every
that's,
day, if you're doing that every day, that shit adds up.
And every now and then you do a special wedding thing. I went to a wedding and I didn't have a guest or anything, and I was late from somewhere else. So I had to Uber to Malibu to Young's wedding. I Ubered to Young's wedding, and I was like I was in the party. I Ubered to Young's wedding. That was like $120 one way.
Because Malibu, there isn't a freeway nearby.
Just that.
Nah.
So you have to exit and
It's
then
that shitty ass
drive for 20
PCH,
minutes.
man. And it's
You know?
just packed.
That's
like
a very
on
nice
Fridays.
view, but you get
But you're
used
stuck.
to it quick once you get stuck.
So you took all those Ubers. Did you ever have the same driver twice?
I did, but I didn't even realize they pointed it out to me.
They remembered
they're
you?
like, yeah, I gave you a ride. I was like, what? Because they recognized the route to my office. Because every day I'm Ubering to my office, and somebody had driven me to the office.
Dang,
before, so.
stalker.
Are you
dude.
one of those social Uber
No.
people, or the people that just sit
I'm
quiet?
super social.
You're super social.
Yeah, I'll talk to them. Be like, hey,
No, I'm usually like
hot day outside, huh? This heat wave. Yeah.
my favorite one. I get it. I'm assuming that because of their policy, they have to ask one or two questions. You know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
after that, it's on them. You know what I mean? It's like, dude,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
chill.
yeah.
I'm not trying to talk.
I mean, sometimes I'll tip them just for shutting the fuck up and not saying anything.
How about you, Danny? Do you talk to your Uber drivers?
Depends on my mood. Sometimes I am actually very talkative.
I always
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah.
I always talk.
Sometimes I'm just
see you.
like,
You
just
seem
get
like a
me to
chipper
where
guy.
I
It
need to
always
go.
ends with Ktown Cowboys. You can watch on YouTube and then rent it or download the movie on iTunes.
One
All right, cool.
Uber driver at
Cool.
a time.
One Uber driver at a time. Because they tell their passengers and they tell
Soon
them.
we're gonna have fucking Ktown Cowboys playing in the backseat of every Uber car.
Like in New York.
I leave stickers on
we
every
have
like.
entertainment here for your viewing pleasure.
But anyway, shout out to KONY Pizza. Thank you for
Shout
the
out
pizza
to Peter.
tonight. Peter. He's actually a big fan of the
He
podcast as
is
well.
listening right now live. Like he's somehow.
But now
You know
they
what, though?
have.
KONY is genuinely my favorite pizza in LA.
Yeah,
It really is.
I love
good.
KONY Pizza.
It's
Is
good.
this New York pizza? Since we have a native here.
Honestly, man, I ain't no foodie, and pizza's fucking pizza. I'm not one of those people that eat pizza.
There
and
you
be like,
go.
Oh my god, the water!
Legit.
Yeah, fuck that. I eat
The
pizza.
water.
I get full. I'm good.
It's definitely New York style.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
That
New
just
York
means-
style of pizza, but I don't really know what that means. Pizza to me is pizza.
It's thin. It's like that thin, big
it's
slice.
not like super thin,
this
but it's
crust
not-
Is not New York crust. New York crust is actually a little thicker.
Oh,
like
is it?
normal crust.
Oh,
Yeah, I
sorry.
noticed that first thing when I was folding it. I was like, oh, this is really thin.
So is KONY not to be
Like the
confused with
edge, you mean, or
the
like
child
the bread
rebel
in general?
soldier
The
dictator.
Oh, really?
Bottom of it. Like,
So now they have desserts. Would you like some cheesecake?
I would if there was.
There's some forks right here.
I thought they had special desserts, but it's
Yeah, yeah.
just cheesecake.
Peter, I thought it was gonna be some magical cheesecake slices
Try one of these.
here. But yeah, check their pizza out.
I like cheesecake. I'm not a big dessert guy, but I do really like
Dude,
cheesecake.
Peter loves sweets, but it's not chocolate cheesecake, so I don't know if you like
not
it.
unless I am feeling funny.
It's good. Not too sweet.
Let me try this.
Good texture. Thank you. Thank you, Peter. For all those listening, sorry.
Cheesecake. With,
This is the boring part of the
at a
podcast.
pizza spot though, is that common? Is that like a thing? I don't
No,
I
but
feel like
New
I've never
York-
heard that.
New York cheesecake, cheesesteak,
Isn't New
Cheese
York known
pizza.
for their cheesecake?
Is it?
New York cheesecake.
Is it right? No,
I
I
don't
thought
know.
we were just known for pizza and bagels,
Pizza and bagels
for sure.
right?
But I can't really.
and musicals.
I'm not a bagel guy.
Pizza, bagels.
What else is New York known for? Obnoxious people.
So we're all going to New York. Well, we were supposed to for July 4th weekend. DP and I got tickets to go to New York, and we just found out Pedro is not even going to be there.
Well, I'm not sure yet. I'll probably know by tomorrow.
I seriously,
I don't know.
that was 60% of the reason why I wanted
That was
to
like
go.
90% of my reason to go. Because I said I've always wanted to go to New York with
Pedro
Peter.
tours?
Pedro tours, yeah.
I
I said, come back to right? That's where Fat Joe was sing his first beat. You know what I'm saying? This is where Biggie sold his first rock.
This is the first place I used to bounce at. All the drunkers from Cat's Deli would be crossing the street coming
All right,
over
this
here.
is the second place I used to bounce at.
This is where I saw Tracy Morgan. He called me the wrong name.
They call me Paulie.
He called me Paul. Hey, Paulie.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Paulie, keep following your dreams.
You know, you've never told that Tracy Morgan story on a
Oh,
podcast.
So let's hear it now.
no, I can't even tell it when I'm on the spot. I gotta just tell you.
Just say it. What happened that night?
We gotta transition to something.
Tracy
We'll
Morgan.
start with
right, so what
New
else?
York hood stories.
He'd be like, oh, you know Beanie Siegel? You were listening to Beanie Siegel? It was Beanie Siegel big in LA?
Beanie Siegel
He goes
was
through the list of like New York rappers if he wonders how they heard.
Beans was from Philly though. Beans was from Philly.
Oh, okay.
Just to correct it.
We did get an email from a reader saying,
we need to do this.
shout out to Prodigy. R.I.P. Prodigy.
Prodigy. Shout outs to Mobb Deep. Prodigy. I don't know. To be real,
It's funny that a reader emailed you to be like, yo,
Specifically,
I share the same heartache of this news.
Yo.
Because I'm sure it's not hitting me the way it's hitting you.
because you got to think, man. Prodigy is someone that almost like I grew up with Prodigy, even though I don't know Prodigy. Prodigy was like our age, a little older than us, but
Your
he grew
age
up-
or our age?
a little older than all of us. But you got to think about it. He got on when he was 19 years old. And he was doing it when he was 17, 18 years old, and he got big at 19 years old. Shook Ones too got big when he was 19 years old. He says it in his rhymes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So think about like you're like younger than that, but you're seeing someone that's kind of like your age living that life. You're like, damn man, they doing it, man. They doing it. They made it. They doing it. So everything they're doing, you're almost like you're vicariously living through them. Like, oh man, look
You
at
feel
these
like a
guys,
loser.
man. They living like that shit, man. I gotta get like other people. You look at Biggie, he's older, so you look Pac, he's older, so you're like, oh man, that's like that's far, but Mobb Deep, we're in high school listening to them. You're like, yeah, these motherfuckers they went to Art Design. Art Design's another high school art school that I got into, but it was a more shitty school. I was, shout out to Mobb Deep. Sorry, my fault. But no, a lot of rappers went to Art Design. Fabulous went to Art Design. Mobb Deep went to a lot of rappers went there. Like
Yeah,
Art
they just
Design.
lost a lot of street cred. They went to
F-A-B-O-L-O-U-S.
No, but it's an art school, but it was a thugged out school. It was a real school. Motherfuckers was getting robbed and fucking stabbed in there, like no.
Monsieur Color Pencil.
Let me get your compass.
That's how it was like at Art Center. College design and Dude, they got like these vicious deers.
everybody
Some of
knows
them look
about
rabid.
Fucking Warren G went to Art
Think
Center.
about when they were in school back in those days. We're talking about the Decepticons, which is a gang in Brooklyn was running wild. There was Low Lives, which is a gang in Brooklyn that used to.
These are street gangs.
Yeah, these are street gangs. Low Lives used to, like 50 deep used to go on a train and go to Saks Fifth Avenue, go to fucking Louis Vuitton, Saks Fifth Avenue, Barney, just rob it. 50 of them go grab and rack and they take everything and they run out. One of them's gonna get caught, but they all grab it, take it back to Brooklyn and sell it. Whatever they want, they keep it. And they had beef with the Decepticons.
original flash
The
mob.
Decepticons were like the dusty, gritty dudes with the army fatigues, with the camouflage, walking around with fucking hammers in their back, like in their back pocket, like, bang, you know what I mean? Low Lives were the ones getting all the girls. They got polo boxers, polo socks, polo headbands, polo wristbands, polo everything, dipped down to that's how Biggie started with the like the flossy shit. It was a Brooklyn thing. Low Lives.
Polo.
Yeah. So that's like that era of like Mobb Deep and like whatever. Oh shit.
I know about Low Lives mostly because of Head Right.
Right?
Right. Pedro.
Yeah, I got
Now
it.
everyone can see how it happens.
Yeah.
Pedro's broken a bong this way. What else has he broken?
I've broken many things.
Yeah, he broke my bong.
He broke his bong by just standing up
Yeah.
and walking.
Yeah. I was like, you didn't need to swing your arms for that. Like, what did you do?
Damn. But
But
anyway.
Another life
So
that could be his nickname.
Prodigy
Swings.
is not someone that you
Swings.
guys listen to out here, right?
Not me, but there's a lot of LA guys though that are big hip hop heads that are big fans.
I'm familiar with Mobb Deep.
Prodigy and Mobb Deep were the first ones that sparked that whole East Coast West Coast shit.
Yeah.
When Snoop and Dogg Pound gangsters came to Brooklyn and they did that video, New York, big city dream. Mobb Deep was like, yo, what the fuck? Nobody's gonna say nothing. They got a Jay-Z, they got Big, they got Fat. They were like, yo, don't want to say it? Fuck it, we're gonna do something. And they got at Pac, and everybody was like, yo, LA. They did the same song, remixed it, doing the LA version of it. Got at them. Ran into Pac, Nas and Pac ran into each other at the MTV Awards, almost got into beef, all that shit. Like, you guys, it was. Then they escalated to the whole next people were Big and Pac and all that shit.
Dude, in Tupac's song "Hit 'Em Up," does he call out Mobb Deep? Doesn't one of you got sickle cell or something?
Yeah,
and then that's how he passed away, right? Sickle cell anemia.
Sickle cell, but he was always dealing with sickle cell since he was a kid.
Oh, that's what eventually got him.
Yeah,
that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if you have really heard Mobb Deep in the mid-90s when you heard that album, it was a dark fucking album. These motherfuckers was little kids, like 17 years old.
I didn't realize they were that young.
And these guys were tiny. These guys would fit in your pocket. They were tiny, but they were like, and they said on the records like, yo, man, if I see you in the street, you better know I ain't getting in a fight with you. I'm a little motherfucker. I'm pulling out the hammer and fucking blasting you right away. Bow, I'm a little motherfucker. He's like, either that, I'm gonna pull out the shank and get you in the chest. Like, they were just straight up saying it around. You just look like, yo, I believe you. Like,
I thought I heard that after all the success and everything, they ended up moving to Newport here in LA. Is that them? Who am I thinking of?
I doubt it. I don't think they had that money to live in Newport, even when
Naughty by nature. Yeah. Wrong ball, black guy.
They were successful, but they weren't like Newport successful.
That's B.O.B.
They were big though.
But they were
in
big.
the 90s, you're selling like CD albums. Like that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think they were. I think they were still like at that level where artists on hip hop labels were still kind of getting raped. You know, it wasn't until Biggie really made the fucking paper gangster to like get your money right. Yeah, like
that's why Biggie
till this day, Biggie's respected till this day. You know how he did the Docs dirty and it was like free the locks. Now the locks like, yeah, I fucks with Puffy because he set the new standard. Like he let everybody know, like, yo, you're not supposed to get like I'm gonna rape you just like some of these other guys gonna rape you if you don't get your paper right. Now everyone learned the paper game. Now they're like, yo, I'm not signing that shit. I learned from getting fucked by Puff. Like
he's notorious.
He's notorious. Yo, you
signing bad contracts.
Don't know how big Puff is.
He's recently someone said that he made the most money out of all entertainment
from Ciroc.
He's always been the number one guy. You guys don't know. Jay-Z's always been number two. Dre had 1 year when he got the beach deal with the Jimmy Iovine. But you gotta understand this: Dre is not a businessman. Jimmy Iovine's a businessman. Dre is Jimmy Iovine just capitalized off business because Dr. Dre's his dude. Jay-Z's a businessman. Puffy's a businessman. These guys made their shit happen. Dre's a creative genius. You know what I'm saying? But he's a genius. But that's why it takes he does an album every 10 years because he's so a perfectionist. He's a creative dude. But Jimmy Iovine's the businessman. He's the one that makes
Let me know when you want to say it.
You have to sign out for it, okay?
We'll keep
Put that shit over there.
Clock out and clock back in.
Don't remark the word.
Damn, this is like the Asian breakfast show.
I'm Charlemagne right now.
Charlemagne. Yeah. So I saw all these clips.
No, because right before I sent him a link this morning. I stumbled upon this Twitter feed that had like all of the hood stories from New York, all the gangsters that are involved in 90s hip hop in New York, and that it always makes me think of Pedro when I see those things. So I sent him the link, and then we were talking about it. But if you ever have a time to check it out, you should check it out. It's like Game of Thrones. There's like all of these fucking random goons that are involved with hip hop, and who shot who and who got all that beef. It's like real shit though. Like
every time I was saying before, every time I have a conversation with someone that wants to talk about, who do you like better, Biggie or Tupac? Oh, who cool Biggie? Who Tupac? Like I might know my facts, but I'm very close to my facts because of talking to people and reading up on it and doing research, but just talking to people that really have say. But I hate when I talk to people that just want to go off of like what they read in Rolling Stones was a good article, but like shit that they just heard from like whatever. So as soon as I hear them talking, I'm like, but I disagree, Pac. I'm like, you know what? I can't have this conversation with you.
So what's the story? Who killed Biggie and Pac?
Well, Pac.
You need a chart.
The shortened version of it.
I'm a firm believer that Suge is responsible for both of it.
So how? But why?
One, Pac, he made Pac record so much. He's the one that saved Pac from jail and got him on death row. He made him record all this shit. And how did Pac die? And he has all this shit recorded, and he dies broke.
So you just didn't want to share.
I'm just saying he just was trying to date as much as he could. I'm sure something happened in the middle of that where he owed Pac a lot of money. He was just like, he was probably like, yo, I got all this catalog. I got this pre-recorded shit, And Sugar's a gangster. He's the real gangster.
He is a
He's
gangster.
the fucking gangster. You know what I mean? And I really believe that he set up big to get killed with the LAPD and hiring a hitman and all that shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got to remember, LAPD was mad corrupt back in those days. Rampart Division,
Yeah.
I bounced at shortstop. I hear all the crazy stories about how shady that shit was. We seen Training Day based on shortstop where they used to have meetings in there with like fucking the Three Wise Men and type shit like that. That shit was so dirty and corrupt. You don't think that they can easily get and mind you, around that time, a lot of LAPD were ex-Crips, ex-LA Bloods that just became.
So why do you think it was such a mystery to a lot of people? Like it was so like.
How you gonna?
But do you think it was just media?
With the LA riots, with all the corruption and all the scandals with LAPD, you don't think they're gonna try to cover up another scandal that's gonna just make the LAPD look like the worst fucking police?
But you don't think we
ever?
have
Read the
journalism?
link I sent you too. It's like a lot of shit, but in the middle of it too, they talk about it, and it has to do with like a lot of other
Yeah,
shit.
there's a lot of politics involved.
I mean, but ultimately, you know, and I was actually talking to a cop at Soul Sausage, and I was like, damn it, you're a cop, but then I was like, so police have been getting a lot of bad PR recently. How do you deal with it or whatever? And then you know he's like, there are bad cops, but not all of us are bad. I mean, that's their answer. I was like, yeah, but you guys have this brotherhood. You know what I mean? Where you know, like you're not supposed to be a whistleblower. You know what I mean? Because that'll be bad. You can't rat people out. You know, like yep. You know.
Yeah, that part's got
Yeah. So that's really the issue is that like no matter what, they're gonna have to protect their own. That's just in their DNA, just like the military.
Well, that's why they're the
You know
biggest
what I mean?
gang.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they had that
kind of
loyalty
is.
code. But
They have to in a way too, because like, can you imagine if they didn't? Like, and if that trickled down where everybody was just like, well, for the first round, yes, maybe to purge it all, but
Yeah.
they're like some of the like cops being assholes. Like, you have to, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if you can't
It's
hold
their
the
job.
line, you know what I mean? Like, shit's gonna go out of control. It pisses me off, and I get angry and hate the cops a lot too. But I also have friends that are cops, so it's like,
there's got to be, at one point, there's got to be some kind of integrity thing, man.
I
'Cause,
know.
yo, when
That's
it's
so
blatantly
deep,
like,
though. How
yo,
do you-
did you see the Philando, the shooting?
Yeah.
Did you see that shit? Yo, this motherfucker, yo, that shit was just
fucking crazy.
Come on, man. The motherfucker did not, like, he did exactly, and he told you and everything, and you just, I told him that, yo, man, I want, like, that motherfucker needs.
did you hear about the recent Korean liquor store guy that went to
Yeah.
jail?
Oh, I heard about this. Well, can you elaborate on it?
You know, I don't know all the facts. From what I gathered, I read like a short article. It seemed like his wife almost got shot. Like, she got robbed at gunpoint.
She got shot.
Oh, she did.
She
get
did
shot.
get
Got shot a month before.
Okay, she got shot a month before while she was getting robbed at a liquor store, and then her husband was working the shift one night, and then another guy was robbing a place. They got into a scuffle and a fight, and then the guy like didn't have any guns. He put up his hands and he was trying to leave, and when he was running, the guy shot him dead.
In the back.
Yeah.
Like as he was running away.
So he just got convicted. What? Is
8 years.
Yeah, he's gonna do 8 years for that. So how do you feel?
It's a fucked up situation both ways, man. I'm not supposed to feel. I'm not one side. It's a shitty way both ways. My whole thing is this, man. Like when I did the American race thing, I spoke to this civil rights lawyer, and he saw me, and everyone saw me, and I was like the fish out of water because it's a show about diversity. But I'll be real with you, I was the only Asian person there. There was not one Asian publication, not one Asian whatever. So I was just like, damn, man, again, come on, man. I was just like, how many times are we gonna do a thing about diversity as just one representative for whatever, right? So I'm like, whatever. But then this civil rights attorney, shout outs to William Murphy. He looks at me, doesn't say anything, and in the room when everyone's there, he breaks the ice and elephant in the room and starts talking about how in Baltimore, the relationship between the blacks and the Koreans was so fucked up because the Koreans just migrated to Baltimore into the hood, just like any inner city, and they bought up the local businesses. And the black folks were like, yo, what the fuck, man? These Koreans buying our businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking trying to boycott the shit. And then some of the big leaders of the community said, wait, hold the fuck up. We never owned these businesses. They were vacant storefronts. They just put businesses there. We're going to get mad at people that just came just like us, broke, and having no opportunity and doing something? We should learn from this thing. So there was bad tension. He took it on himself to start creating dialogue within the community and starting town hall meetings in Baltimore with Korean immigrants and local people started talking, and now the relationship is so much better. Now the local stores in the Baltimore neighborhoods, they have the relationship with the local people. You know what I'm saying? Because they know, like, yo, it's an understanding thing. So it's kind of like, even with the riots, the LA riots, how people say, oh, Korean people had nothing to do with it, but like the store owner, like whatever. It's all about individualism. Like I feel like people just need to start creating dialogue. Without dialogue, you're just gonna label You're just gonna do what everybody does on like watching TV. Just follow the stereotypes of what we think.
But people these days aren't geared to create dialogue. We're not geared that way. I mean, we don't even know.
We're not geared that way. We don't have to step outside of that. Like,
we don't even know our neighbors. I've lived at my building for 6 years. I don't know the name of anybody. You know what I mean? I barely say hi to anybody.
So does it start with you?
Yes. I mean, it starts
by
with
going,
everybody.
sharing your panchan with everyone in the apartments?
Absolutely. But you know what I mean? Like when you see like those where like, I don't know if it happens in white suburbs, but where there's the neighbors bring like cookies and baked goods or apple pie.
Yeah, welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah. Here's a choco pie.
That's never happened to me.
Damn, dude.
Sorry.
Living in a shitty apartment.
They didn't offer...
no panchan, no nothing.
No, I mean, no chorizo.
no chorizo, no con huevos,
this is up because this happens, I'm sure, all the time in the inner city.
No,
all the time.
I have my dad's friend went to jail because same thing happened, except the person didn't die, but he got liquor store. So a guy, tried to like steal like beer or whatever and run out, and this is my dad's friend's fault is that he stepped outside. And he, out of anger, he shot the ground. It hit the ground. It ricocheted off the ground, hit him in his neck, right? And the guy went to jail. So my dad's friend went to jail.
Hit the guy in the neck? The guy
So it was crazy bad luck because it hit. He's like shiba, and he just kind of shot at the ground, and it fucking bounced on his neck. He didn't die though. You know what I mean? But he went to jail, and the one thing was he was out of his store. He was outside his store.
There's I think laws about
right. You know what I mean? Like you can shoot
on your property.
Yeah. So that was. I'm not saying you could shoot somebody because it looks like the dude shot.
I think he shot him
in the store, but he still went to jail for it.
My pops had a fucking grocery store in Brooklyn, in Flatbush, when we lived in Brooklyn, right? Yo, every night I didn't understand racism because everyone was black around us, so I didn't understand what racism was, right? But every night they locked. It was a big grocery store. They locked up. They fucking had wrenches, fucking. Pipes, everything, chains. And it was like 5 workers. It was a big store. And they all turned around. They always had to beat up and look because they would always fucking get jumped by the neighborhood. The neighborhood wanted them out. And my pops was like, I don't fucking understand this shit. Because this was like 3 years after he's been in there. He's like, yo, we're immigrants. Like, what the fuck? I don't get this shit. Like, we're just trying to do whatever. So he had a friend, I remember this shit, from Korea that he grew up with. And he brings some immigrant. I fucking meet this black dude. Motherfucker can't even speak English. He was a GI baby. He didn't know his mom's, and he was a black dude. But he's like, Hyung. He wanted to show the neighborhood, like, yo, man, I'm not what the fuck you think. I got fucking a black friend that's like working here, like whatever. But the tension was just so bad. They just, whatever. And then finally he sold it. We moved to the Bronx. And then like a couple of years afterwards, that same grocery store that we had was all over the news with Reverend Al Sharpton boycotting it, warring with that owner.
Oh, word.
Because it got that bad. Because the next owner couldn't handle it. And I think they would just really I think other shit happened where violence started happening. There was rioting and shit like that. Like,
it's tough.
It's communication, man. Like,
but that's the thing is that like we're you're right. I mean, ideally you're right, but that's the thing. It's just not gonna happen. And on top of that, I think it's that people are closed-minded. So I can understand now, like when our parents heard us listen to rap. Right, and you were talking about like Mobb Deep's lyrics, right? I was like, what parent wants their kid to listen to that shit? You know what I mean? Like I can understand from their point of view why they would have an aversion to it, right? And that's the thing. It's like if people don't talk, and then so let's say it's like a person that don't really interact with black people. Right? And the only interaction he has with black people is not even an interaction. It's what you see on World Star Hip Hop, where apparently the hood's fucking each other up, right? Then that's what you kind of associate with black people. It's not a, I'm not saying it's right, but that's how it is that like, if people don't associate, I didn't know white people until high school. Like I didn't even know what a bagel was until the 9th grade.
So then it's just creating media for people to watch and just see, like,
we can't, but we can't with our parents' generation, but this is a whole new generation. We're all growing up now. Like, our parents' generation is getting older, and it's getting, they didn't try because they're just set in their ways.
Well, that's why I feel like the newer generation
a whole new generation.
Isn't as, like, ignorant.
You've seen the YouTube
because, like, conversation, right? It's the average person has a hard time talking to strangers. You can't, it's breaking the ice and talking to random strangers is hard for the average person. But when you're making content, you're not talking to random strangers, but you're making it, and people are seeing how you are personally. You're uploading to YouTube, and anyone can watch that. People are starting to understand. You know what I mean? Oh, that's how. Oh, they're like this too. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely do feel like when I see like kids growing up now, their understanding of like the world and different races is definitely it's a big jump ahead. I feel
Hell
like.
yeah. Like
a huge jump ahead.
Like you even see the TV shows, like we were saying, like they target now like so much diversity on kid shows when they target them. Like Asian kids are actually cool now.
Yeah.
13 Reasons Why the jocks are Asian. And
Low
shit.
key,
I'm
it's
like,
because
what?
of Dragon Ball.
I think so. Definitely anime, like, you know, all
it's
that shit.
huge. Like that's
has brought
one
people
thing
into
that
our world.
ties like millennials together. Pokemon and Dragon Ball.
Naruto.
I would have never thought that Frieza's like changing of his forms would be like a meme that every like 15-year-old would understand. I get like what the fuck?
Frieza.
I didn't watch any of that stuff.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah.
No, I watched it because if you drew, I think everyone, you must have.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
I
everyone was
couldn't.
trying to
I
copy
couldn't.
that stuff.
Like I was the one thing I was terrible at was art. You know what I mean? And so like even like all my hands look like cacti. You know what I mean? I couldn't fucking draw shit. You know.
It always starts off as cacti though. You know, eventually it starts to look
Like a hand.
like a turkey.
But it just looks like.
No, but your hand already looks like a cactus.
know.
Maybe that's why. It's just that's the way it's
It
shaped.
just you know.
Hey Danielle, you have a cactus.
I grew up watching, and I was on a Steven Seagal marathon yesterday. Random ass Steven Seagal marathon. Because I was like, dude, as a kid, I watched a lot of Steven Seagal movies, right?
Wait, we're talking about Skinny Seagal, right? Not
Old Steven Seagal, like
in shape Seagal.
yeah, like where he actually
talking
did
about-
martial arts, not just like you know, just like put his
where he runs
his hands on his stomach and just like says, wow.
With
where he runs with his
squinting.
perfect form.
Yeah, dude.
All the way up Carl Lewis style.
Dude, no, Steven Seagal's run,
Best run.
it's so funny. Like if you see him
How
run,
does it look?
it looks like he's phantom double dutching.
Phantom double touching?
He runs like this. You know, double
I
dutching.
know
you
exactly
you
what
I
you're
mean?
saying.
He his hands run like
I haven't
this.
seen a lot of Steven Seagal movies. I can't.
It's like he's running downhill and he's trying to stop his momentum, like at the bottom. Oh, I gotta stop.
I'll show you after the episode, but it's terrible. But the thing about Steven Seagal, I remember, was that like as a kid, I really liked them. You know what I mean? And I realized it was because he was the first guy to like he did martial arts, but it wasn't like acrobatic, like kick high, woo shit. It was a new.
He was like a.
It was Aikido.
Aikido.
I heard he's actually really good at it.
It's legit.
I
He's
am the
legit.
best.
And
And
also the biggest Aikido practitioner.
and so he like, and the other part was he rarely got hit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, every martial arts action star got fucked up by the final boss a little bit, right? Steven Seagal did not get fucked up. He just never got hit, right?
Every move I've seen him do, though, he just goes like this, and when they come to attack, he was like this.
Yeah.
That's Aikido.
But like,
That's
you know,
Aikido.
like he has like a devastating clothesline.
Yeah.
Like in every movie you see him, he clotheslines someone, and the fucker's
It's like
foot,
Van Damme.
like on the
It's like Van Damme splits.
yeah, it's
does
he
the
has one
clothesline.
of those. But as a kid, I remember liking all the movies. As an adult, when I'm watching it, I never realized that I never paid attention to any of the dialogue. Because the dialogue was fucking atrocious. You know what I mean? Like for example, I forget what movie it was. I saw like 8 of them yesterday, but like, but like,
You have a problem.
yeah. But it was a scene where he's fighting in a pool hall,
Oh, Out for Justice.
right? And
You have a problem too.
right.
Steven
I know
Seagal
this one.
And you
motherfuckers.
know how he wraps the ball in a
Yeah, I know
in a
this.
towel, right? And then he he hits this dude in the face, and then the guy's spitting out his teeth, right?
Yeah.
And then the next scene is him, the guy that spit out these, he's like, "You knocked my teeth out, motherfucker!" Right? And I was like, I don't think anyone. That's not the right.
Yeah, that's not very
dialogue,
realistic.
Right? You know what I mean? Like,
Who would say that right
He was
now?
pretty cool. When he left, he said, "You tell Finny that I came looking for him." I was like, "Oh, that's a G." Like he walked out of there like, "I fucked everybody up. Now you tell who I'm looking for. That I fucked all y'all motherfuckers up. He's next." Like,
Steven Seagal was watched though. He has good stage presence.
No, but he will forever be. Aiko Tanaka has that one bit about it.
Yeah.
That forever ruined it for me.
I don't know.
Never
She's
trust
like,
a man with
never
ponytail.
trust a man with ponytail. And then she jumps into the Steven Seagal bit. I'm like, oh, damn, you're right. I don't trust people with ponytails.
See, so
true.
And then I was thinking about then I started thinking about there was a point where all our action stars were buff, right? But
Oh, yeah.
Right, but when did that start?
Bruce Willis.
No, Bruce Willis was not a buff one. He was like the everyday man.
I thought you meant when did it start that it stopped being like that?
Being like that.
Sorry, my fault. I'm
When
sorry.
did it?
Damn.
Who's the oldest action star?
Who was first, Stallone or Schwarzenegger?
Ooh,
I think Stallone
was before him.
But Stallone
With Rocky.
Stallone was not buff in Rocky 1.
You're right.
He wasn't buff.
He was Schwarzenegger. He was the first.
Yeah,
like,
Schwarzenegger was the
buff dude.
And let's be real, Schwarzenegger is legitimately like that dude, man. He won fucking Mr. Universe like.
Who's the comedian that talks about it? It's absolutely true. I used to think that too.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Bill Burr, I agree with you.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's the man.
Because I think
He's
about
accomplished 4 times
sometimes
as much.
he reminds me of my dad in a weird way. You know, like that. No, Schwarzenegger. You know, like the immigrant dude who's just optimistic. You know, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just.
I can do it all.
You can't be the governor of California. Watch me do it.
Dude, there's an article about the oral history of how the movie Predator was made, and they interviewed like all the actors and the writers and stuff. It's fucking crazy, dude. Wow. They're like, you know, it was these 2 brothers that wrote this script. Like, you know, what if like humans were being hunted by this thing, and eventually became like, oh, what if it was like this military operation in South America, and then you know they're all out there, and then there's something killing their men, but they didn't build the creature yet. They're like, oh, we're gonna do some kind of like green screen and stuff, and then. Supposedly Jean-Claude Van Damme was hired to play the Predator in the beginning, you know? And there's like they have like 7 different stories of how he got fired, you know? And it's so fun. Yeah, so I mean, obviously he wasn't in it, you know? They eventually used this like super tall guy, you know, who was a Predator, but it was like this red chicken suit that they had, and they were gonna like use like some kind of graphic, you know, imaging or something. So then they're like, okay, so they saved that part to film for like the last part of the movie. And they say Jean-Claude, he just wanted to become famous so bad, so he would just like look, like go to like the producer and do like splits in the air, And he's like, fine, we'll use him. And then he's like, why am I in this? Like, you can't even see my face. And like, no, it's gonna be good, you know. But eventually, like. He got fired or something, and then they went to Stan Winston Studios and they made the actual like, you know, Predator thing. Wow. But they were saying Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's during that movie he got married to Maria Shriver. So he like flew back, got married, and like he's like a G dude, married one of the Kennedys.
Came back like,
I'll be back, you know,
like,
going to marry Kennedy.
I'll be back, and I'll be more important. Way more important.
You know, the Predator had 2 governors.
Yeah, Jesse Ventura.
Jesse the body.
He was the governor?
Yeah, he became the governor of
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Arizona or Minnesota?
Oh, Minnesota. Minnesota.
But yeah, it was like they had 2 fucking future governors there.
Crazy.
But they were saying like every morning Arnold would make everybody work out with him. Like, hey, come on, CC boy. And like they were 5:30 a.m. and they had all these stunt guys. Yeah. They were trying to outdo each other, like, you know. But Arnold was like just hella like they couldn't compete with his work ethic. You know.
Yo, Carl Weathers was fucking.
Carl Weathers was in it.
Carl Weathers was like, I was like, yo, fucking.
So that's why everyone was so ripped, because they were doing that every day on set. You know.
The only other one is the one
crazy. Yeah.
The only one that was out of shape is the bad guy from Menace Society, because you know you done fucked up. Right?
Oh, Bill Duke, the black guy.
The other dude he was out of shape, but he was like, he knew he's got out of shape token guy, like.
I think he was the one that was like, hey, come to it. Like at 500 Bang Noise, I'll work out with you guys. He's like, I couldn't walk. And then, so every day after that, I pretend I was sleeping. You know, like, hey, Bill, come out. You sissy boy. But you should read it. It's so funny.
No, like there's
the whole process
a story
of
when
it.
he was in, where's he, Austria? Like he was like in the army. But he would go out and sneak out to enter these bodybuilding competitions.
While he was in the army.
Yeah, like he was just crazy about it.
He just wanted
whatever, I can do it. And then he won Mr. Universe. Like, oh, good. Like, hey, it's a good example.
Fuck you, I'm going to America. I'm going to be a big action star.
Lou Ferrigno used to be the biggest rivals.
Who?
The Incredible
Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, yeah.
In the
guy that has
bodybuilding.
the voice like this. That wanted to buy
Go
the
for
house
Arnold.
in
Go
that
for
movie.
Arnold. Yeah, what movie was that? Some comedy movie, right? Lou Ferrigno. I love you, man. Slapping the bass.
Look, I want you to be but selling my house.
But they were all saying like Arnold had this aura to him and this like work ethic that he just knew, like, and he would talk about his character and shit. But like, I don't know if this guy would do that, you know.
They used to play mind games, because if there's a documentary called Pumping Iron, Pumping Iron, right? Mm-hmm. So back then it was like
better than calming.
The golden era of fucking working out, right? They put fucking bodybuilding on the map, right? There was this dude Frank Colombo, right? The motherfucker would get in everyone's heads, you know. Everyone's looking at fucking Arnold and Lou Ferrigno because they're the big dogs, right? Lou Ferrigno knows that he's the guy that everyone's talking about. He's smaller in size with them. So he used to fucking go into the gym just to get in their heads with a trench coat on. And just go on the fucking machine and just bump out fucking dips on the thing, on the fucking thing.
In a trench coat?
In a trench coat, and walk right out. And these motherfuckers would be like this. This fucking son of a bitch.
Because they don't know what he looks like. They don't know how big he
Because the
is.
whole time you're in the gym, you're sizing each other up. While
Yeah,
the
yeah.
lats are like, oh, his lats are coming in good, man.
Fuck,
Fuck, I better go do some lat. Like, I better do some bent over roll.
It's
The
like
motherfucker-
50 dudes in a gym with
Yeah.
trench coats on. You walk into 24-hour
Trench coat gyms.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
Damn, is
shit.
anybody fit in here, or is
Quadzilla
everyone
looking like
buff?
Quadzilla. Oh shit, I better go do so much squat.
But do you feel that ever personally when you go to a gym? Like you see a guy over there, like, oh shit, like he's pretty big.
Yeah, but I used to when I was more like, like I was like about my workout, like insecure, like fuck. Any Asian guy that used to come in, I used to be like, fuck this motherfucker, fuck this mother. I'm gonna trip this motherfucker.
If he was bigger than you,
Yeah, I just hated on motherfucker. But now when I see Asian dudes or anybody bigger than me, I'm like, yeah, respect, yeah, kill that shit. Or Asian dude too, like there's this guy. But now they look at me like an asshole. Like I think because I'm more secure in myself, calm down. I'm like, whatever. What the fuck am I like? What's the point of like fucking hating on anybody? You know? So when there's this one couple, I swear this girl was on our fucking movie in a web series.
Who?
You know the
Brandy.
Chick? No,
She's buff now, Brandy.
She was a chick that
In the web series or the
kinda-
movie?
in the web series, she helped out, and then she wanted a part in this. So at the end, the very last scene when they're coming in, like, I remember when originally we had, Oppa, you're not supposed to work towards your friends. Oh, don't worry. And then they go, Ellen throws up.
Yeah.
And then there's a girl with them that's kind of drunk. She doesn't say anything, but she said she was helping out production-wise. She's like, oh, you got to put me in the movie. I don't have to say anything, but put me in. So we had her as one of the drunk girls coming in with her. She was that. I swear it's her and her boyfriend, but they're like competing. They have a notebook. They're fucking writing. And these guys, I'm
At the gym?
yeah, and her boyfriend or
Is
whatever
it the
guy-
Asian girl, the small girl?
Yeah, she was a tiny Asian
With the
girl.
teeth?
I don't remember teeth. I don't
What's her
remember-
name?
I have no idea.
She's very eccentric. I just saw her yesterday. She had like
Tracy.
Weird, it wasn't
Not
Tracy.
Tracy? Yeah.
No, but the web series, not the movie.
Oh, the web series.
So I saw, but her boyfriend is like a fit dude. I'm like, damn, this guy's good. But then I could just tell this guy doesn't like me. Like, he probably looks at me, he's like, oh, he's not even following the textbook of this and that. Like, this guy's like, I'm talking about wake up at 5:30 in the morning with a regimen of like, all right, 4 hard-boiled eggs and 5 grains of whole wheat, and I'm going to follow this, and then I'm going to put my alarm for 4 hours later, and I'm going to get up, and I'm going to do that. I'm like, fuck you, go fucking fuck your life, man.
You know why he probably got pissed? He's like, hey, so what's your diet? He's like, I just eat protein.
Yeah,
You're
'cause, like-
what? You don't follow the Bible?
tofu.
Tofu.
Yeah, I just like, I'll be real with you, I don't
Chicken.
follow that shit. I used to, diligent, it was such a hard lifestyle. I said, fuck this shit.
It's too much work.
It's too much, man. It's too much.
too
and
much.
I used to ask myself, for what?
For what?
You know, for what? Like, why am I doing
what?
this shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like,
But I have seen some bodybuilding documentaries, and they're like, that's all they know. They just want to make the perfect body.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to
That
do
guy,
it.
what's his name? Phil he always wins.
Oh yeah, Phil. Yeah, I know he's
The
like,
big dude, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to like do it. Like I used to look good in the mirror when I used to fuck and stuff. So I used to. I'm not gonna lie, I used to look American History. Like, oh shit, look at the food. I look good. I'm gonna keep on doing it. It's coming in. And then I started getting full of myself, and I was like, you know what? That's not cool. I can't do that shit no more.
Be humble.
Well, you don't.
Kendrick's like, be humble. Sit down.
So you don't
Put
like
clothes.
You don't.
You know how ugly
look
it
at
was?
yourself in the mirror.
No, you know
anymore,
why I
fucking?
stopped? Because I was doing like last year. I was doing that shit. I was fucking with this girl, right? And whatever. And she's hot, right? So I was fucking with her, and I was looking in the mirror. And you know what's crazy? I looked over. She was looking at herself too. Fuck you, bitch. We were both looking at each other in the mirror. I was like, you too. I was like,
You
wow,
guys are like,
how big?
uh-huh.
And then she was looking at us. We look really good right now. I was like, yeah, we could be a porn. I was like, yo, this ain't even fun right now. I was like, what's wrong with me? And I just stopped. Like, I just
Cut.
stopped. This is
Last
too much,
looks.
man.
Last looks.
Last looks. Come make
Last
up, please.
looks.
I'm not
Give
sweaty
me some
right now.
Crisco oil somewhere. Let's all lather up.
Fuck that shit.
Bathroom break. We gotta do some dips.
Yeah.
Okay, now take your trench coat off. Let's see what it looks like. Definitely, Pedro was like hella doing push-ups before the scene where he take his shirt off, right?
Oh, yeah,
In the
that's
movie.
all the time.
boy.
All the time,
You know,
dude.
50 Cent did push-ups
True.
before he did In the Club when he was doing the thing with Dr.
Dun,
Dre.
dun, dun,
music video. That's
dun,
like-
dun,
You know, singing Predator right before they shot every scene, they were like, Carl was like, 10 more, hold on, let me do, hold on, give me.
How about it?
You know
Where's the
what, though?
baby
You know
oil?
what,
Where's
though?
the canola oil?
You know what? Though? That was a genius music video.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
was
what
When he's doing the
genius.
upside down sit-ups, you're like, whoa, he's legit. Like that.
In the
And he's
club.
rapping. Dun, dun. You can find me in the club. Full of bum.
My voice still stays the same when he's far away from the mic doing this.
We got what you need. I was like, damn, dude. He's the truth.
In the gym.
Realize we gotta
Fucking
work
on the
out.
treadmill. Dun, dun,
That's what it takes to go to his
I
club.
was proud when he came out with his shirt off with the bulletproof shit. I was like, yeah, fuck. You know how
Yeah.
many times I tried to replicate that fucking that CD cover right there?
But 50, he kind of looks like a chipmunk. He's like, yeah, man. Yeah. Find him in water.
But But Bruce was all. I mean, he wasn't like big, but he was cut.
Bruce Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very cut. He had like wings, like, you know, those
Well, I thought we were talking about
buff.
Willis.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about like
Buff action
We're
stars?
talking about Bruce Willis?
No, Bruce Lee.
Oh, Bruce
was
Lee?
cut.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was cut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's before
He
Arnold.
looked like a flying bat, you know, those go like Red
Bruce
Bull
Lee
when
used
they
to do
jump off the
1,000
cliff.
push-ups every day, so
He cheated. He had the electricity. Deet, 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 deet. And he only ate
work?
like
Does
yeah,
that
it does
work?
work.
I mean,
it does work.
It doesn't work.
It does
keeps,
work.
No, it keeps you the blood warm. It's not helping you work out.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought it's
doesn't it
making
make-
a repetition.
Make you contract your
Yeah.
muscles.
No, it's not. Yo, all right, you try doing it and you tell me if you if it works for you. It's keeping your.
It's
It's,
good
like
for your
this.
muscles,
It's
actually,
this.
though.
This is what
It's
it's
like-
doing. It's keep. You know how people warm up and get their blood flowing? That's what it's doing.
It's just
their
keeping
flowing.
blood in
yeah,
that
it's
area.
not making you go, oh shit, I can lift this much because I did this thing.
That's
It's
true.
just
If that was the case, everyone would be getting ripped,
you know,
right?
People be just sitting there fucking saying like, fucking eating donuts, like, I'm so great they found this shit. First Viagra, now this shit. Like,
I wanted to do that. If it worked, I'd be like, yo.
I'm not gonna
fuck
lie, I
doing
had the
actual
stomach
sit-ups.
one. I had the stomach one because I hated doing sit-ups.
Oh, you did
the-
have it?
Yeah, the
And
one
it
that
didn't
you
work?
put on each one. I felt it like, I was like, oh shit, this is crazy. But it didn't do anything. I just made me get cramps.
Hey, but having a cough really works you out, right?
A cough?
Like when you
Coughing.
have a bad cold and you're coughing all the time.
Have you ever looked in the mirror with your shirt off when you cough?
Yeah, when
It
you-
works.
It's amazing! You almost want to time it with your fucking Instagram picture like this.
You actually seen yourself?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
there was a point when I was very
I've done
vain.
it.
After every gym
I've done
workout, I
it.
go in whatever, and look in it and whatever. This is what you do.
Selfie tips.
It looks amazing, but you just have to look because your face kind of looks weird when you.
Yeah, you
cough.
can't scrunch up. So it's like
That's the trick.
Key is
Imagine that practice.
cover yourself with the camera, covering your face. Just look right over your face like that. And they can't see your face covered.
You know, I've given up on personal appearance, and that's why I think I probably look at the mirror twice a day, and that's probably it.
Danny,
You look
it's
good,
never
though.
too late.
your skin's like kind of tan. Like
You
you've
should
been
do
to
that
Hawaii.
as a project next year.
Get fit.
Get buff.
Like get buff.
Yeah,
like Chong Li buff.
like
that's-
low buff.
I think if you got buff, you would get like a Chung Lee buff.
Or you should just get cut.
Or you could just be like Carrot Top, and it'd be just weird. Like,
Or
damn,
you can
Daddy's
become
so
like
buff.
you should be
Because
like
Carrot Top scares me,
No,
man.
He is scary.
He looks scared. He looks,
no, you should be
looks like
like
a
what's his name?
Who?
Wolf of Wall Street.
Jonah Hill. And he looks weird. Jonah Hill looks weird because his head's still huge,
I know.
and his body's just getting thin.
The
He looks
thing
like a
is-
bobblehead.
The thing is, even if I lost weight, the head's still gonna be the same
nah, I'm not
size.
gonna lie. When
No,
you show
your
me
head
the
size
taekwondo
might
videos,
change.
But if you got buff though, like cut,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn.
'Cause you gotta even
and you
out the
grew a
ratio.
goatee and shaved your head.
Yeah, you gotta get buff.
You'll
Like
and wear like
low
a
buff,
big
maybe?
gold chain for no reason.
Like low buff,
Yeah.
maybe Jin big.
Jin.
Jin.
Jin at Hank
Jin?
and Jin.
yeah, but Jin looks like a fucking lunchbox, man. You know what I call him? R2D2. That motherfucker just looks like a lunchbox walking around. He walks in, he's like, "What's up?" And I'm just like, "Oh, you're fucking ridiculous, man."
People
Like,
who are that buff, they can only walk like on.
because
You know.
he's not. Shout out to Jen, I love you, man. But he's not the tallest dude. You know what I'm saying? Even my brother, when my brother gets big, I just make fun of him because he looks like he just gets compact looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And with his face, you know when he gets mad, the Stevie Wonder, like, I don't want to sing. He's a compact, like, angry dude, like, you know? Jin is like that. He's a lunchbox. But you need to, because I think when I saw your taekwondo videos when you were in shape,
Yeah, when you're flying
I'm not
around.
gonna lie, your head was still the same.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
No, it was smaller.
That's smaller.
I mean, what it's gonna do is gonna
Right now, the bottom of your head is bigger
Yes.
than the top of
Yes.
your head. Yes. But before it was.
But that's why you should grow a beard.
is
You
the
have one
reverse
of those,
before?
you know, looks.
Yeah. Right now, the bottoms, my face caught
yeah,
up
yeah,
to the
yeah.
top. You know what I mean? And actually beat it. That's why. That's why if you know what I mean. If I wear hats, it fights in. You know what I'm saying?
Like your cheeks are depressed.
Yeah.
They're just like,
I like how
That's halal, halal.
I like how DPD just looking at me like.
DPD, have you ever been buff?
No, I was never buff, but I was really in shape for a little bit.
when was this?
I was really athletic in shape until after I left UCSD. Then I stopped all exercise until now, for good. For now.
No.
So you were doing art and working out.
I was working out a lot for a little bit, but like at the beginning of college, because I was so skinny, I wanted to bulk up a little bit. But before I started working out, I used to do taekwondo and all that stuff growing up.
Did you so when you used to perform and you took off your shirt, like Was it?
I was pretty cut.
The confidence, was that what it was?
Yeah,
I
you
was
were
very
jumping around like,
confident.
yeah!
Oh, you mean when I was in a band? Nah, that's just what you do.
But
you
you
don't
took off
think
your
about
shirt?
it when you're
took
performing.
off
You
your
just
shirt?
go crazy.
Yeah, he's
You were
definitely taking
jumping
his
around,
shirt
like,
off.
covering your tits.
No, he was you
No,
know.
because when
Like
he,
I spaz out when I used to perform. You would think I was on cocaine, but I wasn't.
You sure?
I used to spaz out, like just squirming around the floor, running around. Like my favorite dude is like Iggy Pop. I want to be like him on stage. You know what I mean? Yeah.
no, because he every time he performed, I saw him. He took off his shirt, and I was like,
That's crazy.
That was like Red Team Go though. Not before that. That was like for a short time.
I'm just trying to imagine.
But that's when I was really I was already out of shape.
Yeah.
That's not why I took off my shirt to show my body. I was already out of shape when I was doing that.
like you guys performing Ham like that. I'm trying to imagine how sweaty Son would get playing the drums in the back.
Oh, that's why the drumsticks would fly out of his hand a lot. You perform, you're like, whoop. And so he
Fans
had
are
all
getting
these
hit in the
other
eye
ones.
like, yeah! What the fuck is the drums again?
Imagine Son becoming famous and he was out. And now I wear these gloves, these patent gloves from
He started his
Trojan.
own glove line and shit.
It was like for drummers who want to be confident. Oh, the big and it's like it doesn't leave
be
his
like
edge.
the ESPN commercial, like lady and fellas, the ladies love it too, and he shakes people's hands.
Yeah.
oh man,
Eugenics.
the good old days.
Shout outs to Sean Wee. Shout outs to Hot Pot, my Hot Pot.
Sunny Wee. I feel like every time we see him, he's gonna have a different look. You know, I feel like he's gonna grow out his hair or something. He's got a man bun one day. Whoa, hey son.
wow.
Hey guys.
Wow, son with a man bun.
I can see.
Son,
it.
I know you're listening.
No,
Grow
he
out a
loves
man bun.
hats too much.
Nah, he's listening to Charlemagne right now. Breakfast Club. We're after
definitely is.
we're after Breakfast Club. We're after Charlemagne.
We're number
I've
two.
never heard anyone say the name Charlemagne more than him.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Charlemagne the
Yeah,
truth.
and I used to teach Euro history. Smart joke.
I did go on. I did go on the kind of a YouTube Charlemagne binge though of him just like
Charlemagne,
acting inappropriately to like females and stuff, you know. And I was like, he just says whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, I mean-
and then he got jumped
Yeah, he's been
by who? Who were those
been
guys?
jumped a few times.
Oh, a few times.
Yeah, he's been approached many times. He got approached by Baby one time. I want my spect.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out of respect. He had
Put some respect on my name.
yeah, he's had a lot of people get at him. Like, and you got to think about it. You're at the radio station. You leave. Everyone knows where you're
And
at.
he's
where
gay?
You work at. What, Charlemagne?
Yeah.
He's married.
He's not gay.
Oh, he's not gay.
No, he's
He's
not.
married. Okay.
I think you're talking about Mr. C.
I don't know.
There was another DJ that put Biggie on. That used to be a DJ for Big Daddy Kane. He used to work for Hot 97. He got caught with a fucking male prostitute in his car.
Oh.
Allegedly. Then he had such a problem. Instead of never doing it again, he got caught again. And this time, the gay person called him out. The prostitute called him out and said, "Yeah, he was I was sucking his dick in his Jeep more than once." And
That's the thing, man. Famous
and then he came out.
famous people can't be doing shit like that
you can't be
because you
doing that
can't
shit.
trust the other people. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like if I got famous, I can't get hookers anymore.
They can.
No, 'cause
NDA.
I'm not Derek
I heard
Jeter,
a lot
bro.
of celebrities make you sign an NDA before you.
Apparently,
like,
Derek
you fuck
Jeter
'em.
did that, but also Derek Jeter sent you back in a limo, and you had a gift.
That's a rumor. He said it was a rumor, but it's just a funny story. Did you hear about
I
that?
think the gift bag thing is real.
I don't
A
think
lot
it's
of people
real.
have said that.
No, I think it was just like a
Not
joke
some,
that got out of
other
hand.
famous celebrity exes.
It's just
people, they all
fucking
say that.
delusional, right?
Why?
Here's a signed copy of Ktown Cowboys. Hope you had a good time.
But maybe it's not like signed memorabilia, but
Yeah.
maybe it's like, you know.
It supposedly is. That's the thing. Like his jersey and like
I
a
know, but
glove
maybe
and
that
shit.
part isn't real.
Really?
Yeah.
No, because I thought it would be more like here's a $100
An apple.
Here's the I
$100
fuck Derek Jeter package.
or
Here
like,
you go.
Yeah, like a Burke Williams, like fucking
like
gift card.
legit, like
yeah, something like that, or like
gift card to Peter Luger's.
some super expensive soap or some shit, to wash off the
I don't know.
Derek Jeter.
But he's married now, Derek Jeter?
yeah.
To who?
I think she's like a regular.
Let's ask our female consultants. Nobody knows? Who's Derek Jeter married
Who's
to?
Derek Jeter?
I know he was dating Minka Kelly for a while.
She was fine.
She was
Isn't he dating somebody like
I
you
think
would've
he's
never
married.
She was a
expected right
blonde.
He
She was a
just-
blonde. I saw her in the.
They just had him at Yankee Stadium. And
Yeah.
I remember seeing him with like his.
and she was knocked up, pregnant.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So he must be with that chick, no?
Yeah.
She's a model. She's a model.
Hannah Jeter.
Hannah Jeter.
Nobody knows
they're
her.
married.
He married his sister?
Don't dull me, dull her. That you can't see it. Don't worry. We're gonna dull you because we can't see you anyway. So, duh.
Hannah Jeter. Hannah Davis.
Anna Davis.
The two married in July 9th, 2016. Oh, almost their anniversary coming up.
Oh,
Happy anniversary to you guys.
Derek.
In Napa
We're shouting
Valley.
you out.
You know? Awesome. Good for you, Derek Jeter. He's kept it classy, right?
He's
No
always
one's ever talked shit about Derek Jeter, like guy or girl.
Well, apparently there was I don't know if it's true, but I saw one of those those clickbait like lists like you'll be surprised how many celebrities have STDs, and then you click on it, right? Apparently he had herpes, or he has herpes.
You can't get rid of herpes. Huh?
Yeah, that's a gift that keeps on giving.
The bountiful gift. Herpes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not curable, but I mean, it's not like you're gonna die from it. It's just
Yeah, it's just there.
it's just
It's like eczema.
cold sores
Psoriasis.
on your ball sack.
I'm just jealous of A-Rod right now.
Why? Who's
J-Lo?
A-Rod with?
Yo,
A-Rod's with J-Lo? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yo,
Well, how old is she? Like 50? What is she?
she's 20 in mine.
Oh,
21 in
man.
mine.
21.
Yeah,
So you're like 75?
21. She's forever 21 to me.
Damn.
Whatever, dude.
I
Ugh.
think honestly it's one of those secret marriages because I think she's such a diva. Like she just has young men that pleases her. But I think you have celebrities in that powerful world. You need to have power couples
Yeah.
that you pitch to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But it's understood that you do your thing.
I think they're generally attracted to each other.
No, I think they are,
You know?
but I'm just saying I think they still do their thing. Whatever.
They just go fuck around, do whatever the fuck.
I think J Lo.
Yeah,
was
they're
like,
just.
think about it. She was fucking her dancers and not scared to say it. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm fucking this motherfucker. I'm the boss. Go, lick my pussy.
Whoa. How do you,
Wow.
How do you
I
know?
think that's come on, man. You don't think like you're the dancer and all of a sudden you're dating with the boss, you're mega boss that controls everybody.
You've played out this fantasy, haven't you? You put on your dancing pants. Oh, J-Lo. Yes, you wanted to see me?
Why do you think I was having so much fun when we were playing that dancing game? Like, I was like living out my fantasy, like J Lo, I'm here for you. I'm gonna be the next backup dancer. Like,
Yeah, Miss Lopez, you wanted to see me? Shut the door, Peter. Oh, yes, ma'am.
no, right after the bridge when we get into the floor.
I need to practice a part.
Yo, J Lo, shout out to J Lo if you're listening. If you're listening, hi.
If you're listening, tweet it.
If you're listening, we've made it. Like we have to retire. We're getting sponsored by Domino's too.
I want Papa John's.
Papa John's.
KONY for life.
I want
KONY is delicious though.
I want to redeem my Papa John's points. Yes, KONY, they have a really good deal at lunch. 2 slices and a soda for $7. Not bad.
Not bad.
You know what I mean?
No, not bad at all.
It's a good one. See, we even got an applause for that one.
And
Is it just me or is this thingy crooked?
the top doesn't come out, so you can't really tell. You know.
I think you're supposed to design like that. You know, like that leaning thing in Italy.
Yo, if you ever build
The leaning
anything
thing in Italy.
like this, it's massive. It's a massive undertaking. Came in 6
heard.
different boxes
heard.
on its own pallet.
we get
The
it.
middle panels are glossy.
That's what I thought. So I put on this door, and I'm almost done with it. Like, fuck, dude. I opened the last box. This fucking thing, I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, they shipped the wrong colored doors, you know? So I called them. I was like, all pissed off. Like, excuse me, you know? Like, I think you gave me the wrong color. Like, okay, let me know what model you have. So I have to look it up. And of course, as soon as I pull it up, oh, the middle ones are different colors.
What if you did the middle ones on the last one first or something?
That's what I'm saying, you know?
Fucked.
Nah.
You have to redo the whole thing.
Nah, but, you know, shout outs to Bolkia. I think that's where it's from, Bolkia.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Are we just
think so.
shouting out everybody just in case somebody goes, all right, you know what, we're gonna give them some money to be a sponsor. Is that what
Shout
we're
out to Stella Artois.
No, but
So
J-Lo,
smooth.
J Lo, seriously, if you're listening, I'm not fucking around. Fuck A-Rod.
Oh,
man.
he just said shout outs to Stella. That's not happening.
Stella Artois.
Both of them are gonna say no to us now.
Who are these dumbasses? You cannot drink our beer.
The leaning something.
the leaning thing.
You have shit on our
In
culture.
Italy.
Fuck you guys.
Well, thanks for listening.
Magia.
Formaggio. Allora.
Say it.
Allora.
1, 2, 3.
Formaggio.
Bye.